Hey, all you little batteries out there. Gina Torres here, and welcome to the bottom of the rabbit hole.
Salute to all the neoologists tuning in. You are always appreciated. This video is going to talk about the Matrix character Cass, and major Matrix University appreciation shout out to Gina Torres for stopping by to tell us about how she ended up in the Zion Underground not just once, but twice. So if this is your first time down here, be sure to like, subscribe, and even if you've been down here for a while and have perfect attendance, double check to make sure you are still subscribed so we can invite even more featured guest appearances in the future. The role of Cass was played by actress Gina Torres, who has been in tons of films, television, and video game voiceovers. We'll circle back to the video game part later in this video, so be sure to stick around to the very end. Gina is probably most well known for her role as Zoe in the TV series Firefly and its related movie Serenity. More recently, she has the lead role in the Lone Star 911 TV show as Tommy Vega. But the very first time I saw Gina Torres perform was in a theater production titled Sheila's Day, way before The Matrix came out. Many of you here recognize her as Cass from both Matrix trilogy sequels. By the time we meet her in Reloaded, Cass is already the widow of the Nebuchadnezzar's former pilot Dozer. Dozer's two siblings were his brother Tank, who was the Neb's operator and also passed away by Reloaded, and their sister Z. Cass was Zion born and therefore lived in the real world. She continued to raise their two young children and spent time with her sister-in-law Z, who was married to the Nebuchadnezzar's replacement operator Link. We also know that just prior to the siege of Zion and Revolutions, Cass took the children into the cave stronghold when the living quarter levels were evacuated. Now, after the Matrix Revolutions is where things get really interesting because Gina Torres ended up starting her video game voiceover career in 2005 with The Matrix Online, but instead of playing Cass, she returned to the Matrix franchise as the voice of Niobe in the game. Now, a lot happens with Niobe's character in The Matrix Online, so I didn't want to make this video too long or confusing, but if you guys are really interested in a separate Niobe explained video covering her character through all the films and the video games, give this video a like, and if it reaches 100 likes, I'll bump the Niobe video up to the top of the list because I know you guys want to see it. For now, I'll just let Gina Torres tell you how she became Cass and Niobe herself.
Okay. What was the audition process like for the Matrix role of Cass? I didn't audition for the role of Cass. I auditioned for the role of Niobe. And there was a moment in time when it was between Jada and I, and well, we all know how that turned out. But they were impressed enough with me at the time that they wanted to put me in the movie, and so I became Cass. Memorable experience. I loved my most memorable experience or behind the scenes story on the Matrix set. I loved working out with the stunt team, with the Chinese and American stunt teams. And I would practice their fight sequences and just hang out and work out. Great workout. That was a lot of fun for me because, you know, they played very physical roles in my time. Can I recall working with Aaliyah? I absolutely remember working with Aaliyah. She was in, we spent the entire day together on the top of that sort of makeshift cliff when Morpheus is addressing the masses before the war. She was a sweetheart. She was just beautiful and funny and an absolute sweetheart, and it broke all of our hearts to find out that she had passed in that plane crash. It was completely tragic and unexpected. How did I end up being cast to do the voice over for Niobe? Somebody asked me. It's that simple. I have a voice. They wanted to hear it. Yeah, they asked me. Did you watch The Matrix Resurrections? I did not. Which acting role was your all-time favorite fictional character to play? I don't know if I've played it yet. I love all my ladies. I love Anna Espinosa from Alias. I love Jessica Pearson from Suits. Zoe was all badasses in their own special way. But who knows what characters around the corner. She might end up being my favorite. Which leads me to, would I be willing to reprise my role as the voice of Niobe, well, it depends on the project and if I have the time. But I do love doing voiceovers. And what am I doing next on TV? I'm doing 911 Lone Star. That's what I'm doing. We're getting ready to start season 4. So that's my time at the bottom of the rabbit hole with all of you. And I hope you stay well and stay interested and interesting. Ciao.
Thanks again to Gina for taking a moment to answer those questions. So even though she didn't get cast as Niobe for the sequels originally, she still got to lend her voice acting skills to the role of Niobe in The Matrix Online. A few years after that, she cranked out several video game voiceovers and would be willing to return as Niobe if the conditions were right, which reminds me, at the time this video is being recorded, we still need a few more subs to reach 6K and unlock the Simulation Theory cinematic, which also has a special guest feature. If you like this kind of original Matrix content, you can check out all the other exclusives on the Matrix interview playlist. Support the channel by ordering a Beyond the Glitch t-shirt from the brand new merch shelf, or by sharing these videos on other platforms like Facebook and Twitter. Every signal boost counts. And remember, as one realizes that one is a dream figure in another person's dream, that is self-awareness.